Are you a consumer of the mental health system?
Yes, I have. I've been in the system since 2005. I was 39, and that's when my life got interrupted. I had an independent life before that. I was working full-time. I had friends and family, and
I'm going to go ahead and let these people in.
And I got pretty sick, physically and emotionally. I've always been withdrawn and isolated within the home and in school because I guess I wasn't different. I was just very self-conscious, and
okay, I got.
I'm going over in different directions.
No, that's okay. I just need to know: do you consider yourself a survivor of the mental health system?
Yes.
Do you think of yourself as either at a level of recovery or working towards recovery right now in your life?
I've recovered in some ways, but other ways I'm still working in recovery.
Good. Okay, so what is your best coping tool?
Art and my faith. For me, art is something that's beyond the mental illness. It was given to me. I believe it was my gift of a coping skill. And before I got sick and withdrawn and depressed, that was alive in me. Colors being vivid, and I just remember trying to turn everything into art, like a story I read, and I would write, and I felt like it was a really good experience, like I was flying and experiencing something pure.
What was the turning point in your recovery?
The turning point was NAMI, Delaware. I've been in the hospital, and then I had shock treatment, 12 bouts of it, and I was pretty much a couch potato for 2 years. My cognition and my work skills were not there. I was really staying to myself. So I decided to go volunteer. I didn't want to be on the couch anymore. And just being around people that understood that mental illness, where I didn't feel stigmatized or that something was wrong with me or a label, and that really made a difference in my life. I had hope of recovery. That began at that point. Because when I was with the provider before, it was mainly like maintaining, you're going to be here for all these years, this is your life. When I was in the hospital, it was hopeless, you're a liar. It was my faith, it was God that I believe that made the turning point in my life, and in the hospital, and peers too. Other patients reached out to me, clients I should say, or consumers. And it made me feel like a person again, and some friends would come and visit me, others would kind of like leave, like not be in my life anymore. I experienced a lot of that in the past year since I've been in the mental health system, and I've had different symptoms come and go in my life.
Who was this most supportive person in your life, and what did they do that was so supportive?
Let's see, my sister. My family was just thrown into the mental health system when I got sick. They really didn't know how to navigate or do anything, and they were just kind of like thrown into this, and they did want my well-being, and they believed the doctors knew best. But my sister, she came to visit me. She got my father down to visit me. She spoke for me when I couldn't speak for myself. I never thought of her as that kind of person, but now that I'm talking, I'm seeing how much big of a role she played in a good way.
That's splendid. That's really splendid. So, what are some of the things that you do when you feel yourself sort of slipping back in levels of recovery?
I might call a friend, maybe go to a support group, talk to the therapist, things like that. Journal writing's really big for me.
So you talk about that you got involved with NAMI, the National Alliance of Mental Illness, and you go support groups. How did you find out about this type of support?
Well, I've always wanted to be in the helping profession. I was at a local college, and during a psychology class, and NAMI came to speak, and I remembered them, and I wanted to be somewhere where people understood me, what was happening inside me, because I couldn't put a voice to it or anything. It was just taking me over. I was losing myself, and in the hospital I said that, and the nurse said, you can't lose yourself.
So let's say that you could go back and see yourself at the lowest point you were, at your most hopelessness. What do you wish that you could say to yourself now at that point?
That I love you. You are worth it. You deserve a life. There is life for you. Just don't give up.
Cool. So the I Got Better campaign is all about people at that level, all about people at the lowest level. What is a message that you wish that you could give them?
Okay. Can I have a minute?
Absolutely.
That life is a gift, and you're you, and you're the only you there is, and if you give up, you won't know who that is, and you won't be able to receive the love that's out there for you, and you'll never know, and it'll be just darkness, and then your family, people that love you, will get swallowed up in that as well. And it's just, love can, it's just faith, hope, and love, and not giving up.
What is?
Sorry.
No, don't worry about it. And this will be edited. All like the random things.
I'm just going off my head.
And that's what I want.
Okay.
You're doing perfect. Don't even worry about it. And the last question I have for you is, what is your hope for the mental health system in the future?
Well, I'm seeing some things now in the peer support. I would hope for more continued care from the hospital to the community, and for the funding to happen for people, because in my situation I'm with a provider, but the funding's not there for trauma therapy that I need. So, and because my insurance is tied up with the provider, I can't go outside the system. Freedom to go outside the system and not be under the laws of the insurance, and just more freedom of choice.
That's perfect. Is there anything else you would like to say?
We're in this together, and it's when people are alone and depressed, it's when the negative thoughts start happening, and just don't let each other go.